I would say, in terms of modeling anti-racism, the first thing is for parents to understand what we mean by that, because I have seen situations where the things, hurtful things have been said, racist things have been said, and people haven't stood up. They haven't. They may walk away or say to someone else, "What a horrible thing! I'm not going to have anything to do with that person again." But we have to model standing up as anti-racist. It's not just about not being racist, however you define it, but being anti-racist, of standing up when you see racism and standing up in whatever way we define that in the moment in that situation. So being able to stand up against it is something that's so important to illustrate to children. But I think the first step is understanding the difference between saying I'm not racist to saying I'm an anti-racist. So I'm going to stand up when I see it. I'm going to speak out, and I'm going to work as hard as I can in whatever ways I can to address it.
I totally agree. And I would go back to the word acknowledgement. I think a lot of what we've been doing in our organization is that you have to acknowledge that there's racism, period, right? Which
Yeah.
goes against the whole colorblindness. So once you can acknowledge it, then you can start to look at systems and look at policies and start to say, is this a racist policy? Was it built off of, like, when you think about redlining, and when you think about the Constitution, three-fifths of a person, like all these things that were made to belittle African Americans. And so you have to start to put changes to these policies, to these systems, in order to try to create some type of justice.
I think the only thing I would add is that making sure that it is just what we do, that it's a non-negotiable, that, when children ask questions in the grocery store, we don't say, shh, we don't talk about those things right now.
Yeah.
That we engage and have those conversations, that we model that's a welcome thing to talk about, to understand, in addition to taking action, that these are not conversations that we just have at home, but that these are things that we live outside of these four walls as well, which means the conversations continue outside of the home, and how we interact with others mirrors what those conversations have started.